Hello, ingenious sewing professionals. It's Facebook Live Friday. It's still Friday, kind of. It's gotten a bit late, but um, yeah, I'm still in my partner's shop. I never expected when he first um, had problems with his eye. I never imagined that 5 months later I'd still be running his shop. But um, but yeah, so well, here we are. And because I am planning to be or to find a time that that sort of works on a consistent basis, so it's easier for people to actually be here live than if I just sort of pop on whenever I have a moment, as I've been doing. So I promise I will try and find a time that we can settle into. Today I want to talk about receiving, because it's something that's been coming to my awareness a lot lately in and I see other people, especially women, well, almost struggling with it because we're so used to looking after everybody else and taking care of everything. And when it comes to allowing other people to look after us, it's kind of, well, actually really quite uncomfortable. It's so many times you see it, the mum of the house, and it's like, I'll do breakfast, and she just can't sit still. And it's just struck me recently how much we're actually missing out on. And I'm saying we because I am so guilty of charged on that in that respect. Like this has been something that has been difficult for me, like, you know, right from when I was at school. And it's only gotten better when I did my coach training, and we sort of had to, um, you know, coach each other and take turns, and so you couldn't really help it to being on the receiving end, of the coaching session. That's when I realized the power of that and how much I'd really been missing out on by always assuming that I had to figure it out all on my own and that I have to do everything myself. Well, sometimes there's even the thought, well, nobody can do it as well as I can. There's definitely that. And yeah, this has, I don't know, like when I even started my sewing business, to get the help of a coach or mentor never even occurred to me, because I thought the thing I was doing was so weird and so out there that that nobody could help me. But like, it wasn't even that. It just didn't even occur to me. It was especially when when you're creative and you sort of can do a lot of different things, then the automatic reaction is to actually figure it out all on your own and do it all yourself. And so that's one thing that actually asking for help and receiving help really feels awkward and uncomfortable. I mean, I definitely feel a lot more, yeah, comfortable or content when the balance of giving and taking is sort of in my favor. When I've given more than I've received, then I definitely feel a lot more comfortable than if somebody just gives something to me and I can't give anything in return. That makes me feel really like off. And the other element of it is when we don't well, when we sort of settle for way less than what we really want, because yeah, it's just enough. And I have examples for like both of them, just like literally a few days ago. So I'm definitely not cured. And I'm in the Facebook group where it was sort of set up as a sort of a marketplace where you were encouraged to offer your services and basically also ask for what you want. And I really noticed myself, you know, wanting to post something, but definitely thinking of an offer, you know, to ask for help, especially people that I don't even know. That was just like, no. And then I thought, well, you know, I shouldn't just offer. And also asked, and I asked for um, people who were prepared to be or were interested in being interviewed for the podcast that like a week ago didn't actually exist. And I was blown away with the response and the people who put their hand up. And I offered my services as a coach to help people figure out when they kind of have this idea and they're not quite sure how to bring it to life and where to start and what to do first. And I made a point, I really made a point to also take other people up on their offer. And it has brought me some incredible experiences. There was one lady who offered help with Pinterest. And I've been sort of using Pinterest for the flamenco dressmaking site, but not in a very strategic way at all. It was just I actually even discovered Pinterest because it showed up as a traffic source for the site, and I'm like, what is that? And it was really like stepping out out of my comfort zone to actually go hire somebody to help me with something, because I thought, well, I'm a tech girl, I can figure that out. But she really knew what she was talking about, you know, and I could have not, like the tips she gave me, and I thought, oh, and I could have maybe spent the time on it, but I didn't, and I hadn't until that day. So I got so much out of that call with her that I really thought, what else have I been missing out on? And another lady I took up on their offer was an intuitive reading. And I'm like, well, I don't know, I've been on the path of self-development for long enough to realize that we're all just drops in the same ocean of consciousness, so that somebody's intuition can bring up something that's relevant to me. I could sort of, yeah, I could imagine it, but I had no idea what that would be and how that would work, and it was just pure curiosity. And so let's see what happens here. And it was rather remarkable. There was this moment where she said something and it really hit home for me. So I basically walked away there with a sense of this powerful inner shift that I didn't expect. And so this has sort of for me opened up a whole new world. And also letting go of that sense of when I receive, I'm taking something from somebody else. Because the moment I could see that I am actually also giving the other person an opportunity to give, to be generous, to have that satisfaction that I like so much, and just to allow another person to have that as well and to be able to receive has been quite a remarkable experience. And the other example that looks at the same thing from a different angle is that, well, my birthday is coming up next month, but my partner has decided to give me a present, And because he saw me, struggling video editing and audio editing and stuff like that with a fairly old laptop, and he decided to get me a new laptop. And I'm probably gonna get all emotional as well. You can tell, a geek girl gets emotional over a new laptop. But he basically got me this super powerful gaming laptop. And I'm just like, I was literally blown away. But then I was really touched in a way, because I thought, I'm so grateful, because actually looking at all the laptops, this was really the one that I really wanted, and I would have never bought it for myself. I would have bought the one, that's like 2 levels below that, because it'll be enough. I would have bought sort of the minimum that sort of does what I wanted to do, and I would have gotten the top of the range for somebody else, but not for me. And so I was really grateful that he said, well, I don't, like, he didn't actually ask me. He told me afterwards that he'd gotten it. And yeah, that something to think about there as well. How many times do we not invest in something that helps us? Because there's the sense that there's always other expenses, or other people's needs are more important than our own. So I really would like to leave you, if you can at all relate. I hope I'm not the only one struggling with this. So yeah, I want to really leave you with the question: what will you allow yourself to receive this weekend? Leave a comment and let us know. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.